what is it that every human being is seeking? Every human being is seeking lasting happiness. And how are they going about seeking this happiness? Well, a very clear way is, first of all, through relationships. Always seeking others to do everything, say everything pleasing, and be everything at all times in the way you need them to be so that you can be happy. And then what happens? You find that as you seek happiness in relationships, somebody may slip up. And when they slip up, you become unhappy. And as relationships are not providing you, are not doing a good full job, it's not enough in providing you with happiness, you start seeking this happiness through other ways, through creating, through acquiring things, through achievements, through status, through recognition, through validation, through wealth. Some even try to find some great purpose in life, just with the hope that they're going to find this thing called lasting happiness. So basically what is happening is that this thing called happiness, it ain't happening by yourself. You can't get it right by yourself. So you rely on others and things to make you happy. And you are unable, in you being unable to do it, you start to have these unrealistic expectations of others, who themselves, by the way, may not know happiness, to provide you with happiness that you can't do by yourself. And what you do is that you continue on your journey in your search for happiness, and you go so far to belittle yourself. And this may not sound very nice or very pleasant or very inspiring, but it's a blatant truth that we need to face in ourselves as human beings in order to find happiness. Not me, you. So what you do is that you further belittle yourself by seeking happiness now in things, in inanimate objects and concepts such as status and achievements, which when realized, by the way, have a very short lifespan and therefore have an impermanent nature about them. So they cannot provide you with lasting happiness. And this is why you tend to move from one personal thing on to the next, just going after more and more with the hope that you're going to find this thing called happiness. And this other point I'm going to make about your search for happiness may sound harsh also, but it's the truth. Some people even go and they try to do a good with the hope, meaning that they try to go and help people who are suffering because it gives them a good feeling inside. So if they come home at the end of the day and they've helped somebody who's suffering, they feel good inside. So if they feel good inside, that means they feel happy. And if you're happy doing that, then that means you are depending on somebody to be worse off than you in order for you to be happy. Now that's the truth. Now don't stop doing your good work, but just bring some attention in it as to what is happening there, to see the truth in it. So if there are no happy people, ask yourself, if there are no suffering people, ask yourself, are you still going to be happy? So in various aspects of life, you keep looking for happiness outside of yourself. And if you're seeking happiness, do not worry, I do have a solution for you. And here is part one of the solution. And yes, the solution has a few parts. Part one is simple. If you're seeking lasting happiness, stop looking for it outside of yourself because it's failing you. Life is all about you. Know this as true. Don't worry about who tell you otherwise. I'm telling you, life is about you. Forget, and if life is about you, be concerned about your state of being, your state of existence. Forget about the whole me to we thing, because as it is, if me ain't happy, we ain't going to be happy. So forget the me to we. Focus on your life, on your state of being. When that is okay, then the me to we thing can work better. Okay? Notice that if you are angry, hateful, resentful, spiteful, depressed, anxious, fearful of the unknown, of what is to come, not to come, all these things, notice these that arise. Where is that taking place? Where all of these are taking place? These things that are in opposition to your happiness, are they occurring outside of you? No. They're actually occurring inside of you. You are doing this to yourself. You are creating this feeling inside of you. And if you're doing that to you, do you expect others to treat you any better when you treat yourself that way? The second part to this is, if you are seeking happiness, and we know now not to seek it outside, so now you know, okay, you have to look within. So if you're seeking happiness, what you're doing really, without realizing it, for lasting happiness, you are actually seeking freedom from yourself, not from anyone or anything. And if you're seeking freedom from yourself, basically what you're doing is seeking freedom from your mind. Why your mind? Because it is the mind that triggers your momentary happiness and all those feelings that are in opposition to your happiness. Because most people live unconsciously from their minds. Why the mind? Well, a mind that analyzes, a mind that discriminates, judges, condemns, a mind that depends on other people's opinions, a mind that accumulates and is conditioned, a mind that is ever-changing, never constant, a mind that is up and down, 1 minute pleased, 1 minute displeased. Such a mind does not have what it takes to provide you with lasting happiness, as an ever-changing mind creates fluxes of emotions. 1 minute of being happy, 1 minute unhappy. Understand this basic, fundamental truth about yourself, and you will actually start your journey to inner freedom, because it's in inner freedom you will experience something far greater than what you were searching for in terms of happiness. In the spiritual world, it is called joy, because that state is steady, it's constant. And when you start that journey of inner freedom, when this state is revealed to you, you would realize it, that it's all in you. And that state is so superior than what you call happiness, because when you experience it, you would see that there's a difference, a vast difference between happiness and that thing called joy, because happiness has an easy feeling to it. You know something is coming next. It lies between two states of unhappiness, right? But joy is a constant factor there. So much so that once you've tasted it, you've touched on it, you've experienced it, however, whatever the words are to describe it, to arrive at it, to know it, whatever it is, once you've tasted that, you've experienced it in yourself, know that no matter what is happening in your outer world, in your physical world could be crumbling, life could be falling apart in many ways, but you're always aware of that state in you. And you might actually come across as being boring to a lot of people, because what happens is that your interest seems to wane or fade away in terms of what you used to search for and run after with the intention of being happy. You lose interest in those things. And often you'd find that you're okay by yourself. I am probably one of the most boring people to many people, because many things that interested me before no longer interest me. So I pray that you start this journey of inner freedom, because it's one where you start to feel light in yourself, and that's a beautiful way to live. I invite you to visit my website, sandrarajpaul.com. Please take a look around, read my blogs. You might find something that is insightful there. Also, please read my book. That book itself has undergone its own transformation in the same way I have undergone my own inner transformation. And I trust that something in it will touch some aspect of you, something to cause a stirring in you, a waking up that will lead you to your inner freedom. And please do check out YouTube for some more videos.